Okay. I'm going to do a demonstration real quick. This is something I'm realizing a lot in my game. I'm going to demonstrate it by lagging. What's up, man? I'm actually in the middle of doing a video. No, if you want to be in it? You want to be in the video? No, I haven't really started. I was just going to start talking. Okay, so this is called a lag, right? So a lag is when you go on one end of the table and you try to get the cue ball as close to this end rail as possible. And they start a lot of matches that way to determine who breaks first. Little mini competition. And so most people lag this way, right? Where they just try to get the ball close like that. That's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. And by and large, I'm not good at lagging. Mostly because I'm pretty inconsistent. Like that, right? So I had one where I overhit the ball and it came out, and I had one, like, it's just not very consistent. This shit is so cool. Check this out. I'm going twice the distance, but for some reason, I'm getting twice the amount of accuracy, which makes no sense. You should get half the amount of accuracy, right?
I would compare it to when you shoot a free throw, some people have to back up.
Some people have to back up?
Yeah, instead of standing on the line, some people back up to adjust for
Interesting.
their, like, natural...
say it again. Natural shot? Yes. Okay. That's kind of what I was going to get at, right? So, like, you really have to hold back your stroke if you want to go 2 table lengths, right? Just up and down once. But if you go twice, you don't, it's kind of like a natural swing. Yeah, you just, like, let it go. And everyone's going to have a different, like, natural swing. So for me, it's like, the way I adjust is where I hit the cue ball and how far off the rail, right? So there I overhit it. So I'll bring the cue ball back a little bit. I still overhit that by a good margin, but now I think it's easier to adjust, right? So what it is like a bell curve. So like at the low end you have like your soft shots, and at the high end you have like really hard break speed, right? And in the middle there's the sweet spot. And in that sweet spot there's a lot more room for error, right? And this is something I'm learning in like my game in general, right? So like when I play a match and I'm really uncomfortable on a table, let's say the table's way faster, like way slicker, the balls are moving more, right? I feel like I have to hold my stroke back, right? Like I use like this amount of stroke when I have this amount of stroke. That's what I feel like sometimes.
Is that common for tables to like be more slicker than others?
Oh yeah, for like new tables or like just different brands. On this table's decently slow. So on a table that's not this speed, I would have to really, really hold my stroke back when I lag. Really hold my stroke back when I lag. But I think like the principle of this is just like, yeah, the more natural you can get, the better. So like I'll try to, like, I'm doing a lot better in like matches and tournaments when I'm comfortable at the table. And the best way for me comfortable at the table is to manage my speed. If I can feel more medium speed, then and that comes down to playing like the right angles and stuff too. But if I'm always leaving myself with really flat angles where I can't move the cue ball as much, I have to use a lot more force, right? Or if there's too much angle, I can't use a lot of force because the cue ball will move too much, right? So there's like that sweet spot, and that's probably where I'm improving the most right now, is like finding a sweet spot when I'm playing, like speed-wise, and like the results are pretty good. Yeah, I literally turned the camera on and you walked in. I was like, this is what I was going to talk about, but I might just cut it and be like, good conversation. Post it. Can I do that? Can I post this somewhere? I think it's cool. Because like as a biomechanics nut, I think it's important to understand that stuff. Because they talk about, in pool, we have something called pocket speed. And pocket speed is like rolling the balls slowly into the pocket. Because the pockets almost play bigger when you move slowly into them, right? If you shoot the balls really hard into a pocket, they'll rattle and spit back out. So pocket speed is there to prevent that, right? But a lot of people try to just always play pocket speed or always play softly so that they have a, quote, higher chance of making a ball. But in my view, what's the higher chance of making the ball? Getting the optimal stroke out or just worrying about the speed of the ball you're trying to pocket, right? So in my mind, like there's like a weird dichotomy there where it's like, that's not exactly true, right? Like it might be better if you just get it out a little bit. Because again, I feel like there's a bigger margin for error because you have that bell curve of speed, right? Low and high is inaccurate, and in the middle there's the sweet spot. So if you keep things closer to medium speed, I think you're more accurate. Cool. Thanks, man. See you, man. I think I'm just going to upload that. That was unplanned.